Everybody around the Jets is about their first win of the season. This entire day has been tainted as we all have heavy hearts mourning the loss of Jets great Nick Mangold, who passed away last night at the ever so young age of 41 years old. Woody Johnson, the Jets owner, released the following statement earlier today. He said, "Today we mourn the heartbreaking loss of one of the greatest to ever wear the green and white, Nick Mangold. Nick was more than a legendary center. He was the heartbeat of our offensive line for a decade and a beloved teammate whose leadership and toughness defined an era of Jets football. Off the field, Nick's wit, warmth, and unwavering loyalty made him a cherished member of our extended Jets family. On behalf of the entire Johnson family and the New York Jets organization, we offer our sincere condolences to Jenny, their 4 children, Matthew, Eloise, Thomas, and Charlotte, as well as to Nick's extended family, friends, and all who loved him. Nick Mangold will forever be a Jet." And as we talked about in pregame, 2 of those who loved him and who knew him as a friend and teammate are on the set with us, in Bart Scott and Willie Colon. And guys, you know, I can't help but sit back and think, yeah, Nick had something to do with that today. Jets getting their first win of the season, less than an hour away from where he was born in Centerville, Ohio.
Yeah, it definitely it was a significant win on a lot of different levels. It's tough, man, because all day while we're watching the game, my phone's been blowing up, and thank you for everybody's love and support. But you know, I want to send my love and support to him and his wife and his family. Man, Today is a tough day. We're all fathers up here, future father to be, and you know, your goal as a father is not only to protect your family, provide for your family, but teach your family, right? And that was part of Nick's DNA, man. He was a leader, and he taught me things about the game and how to not only preserve but lead as well. And you know, he meant so much to me on and off the field. Our camaraderie, our relationship was close. You know, quick story: when I got to the Jets, I was known for being a little bit of a wild dog, and he knew about my reputation. And I was out back at his house. We had like an O-line barbecue, and the guys kind of went left, and it was just me and him sitting by the fire pit, and I started getting hot, and I was like, man, it's hot out here, so I ended up taking my shirt off. And next to I remember looking at me, he was like, I get it. And his son walked out, and his son was like, man, I've never seen this before. You know, Daddy with a big black man with a shirt off in the fire pit. And it was just a funny moment, man. It was our moment, and the significance of that moment, because right then and there, he loved me for me being me in the moment. Yeah. He accepted me in his own home, in the comfort of his own family, and he opened his doors and he said, brother, we're in this together. And so today hurt. It still hurts. It was unreal to get the call this morning. And all I could just think about, you know, what he meant to me as a man and how much he had my back when I needed him the most.
Yeah, he met you where you were, right? And that's what he did, and that's what good people do. They don't judge you for what you are, what people say you are. He meets you where you are. And, you know, me and him, I was a little older, right? I was the guy that came in that was supposed to come in, man, Rex Ryan, the swag and all that stuff. But he made it known that, listen, I've been here.
Yeah,
right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm the foundational piece here as well. And we just had fun. You know, it was like 2 like old college buddies or old Navy SEALs or something, just talking. We go at each other all day, man. Like, and we just poke it all day. That's all we do. You know what I mean? I was gonna say, I used to love to call him Fat Thor. You know what I mean? We just always had fun, just poking fun at each other, man. Him being from Ohio and me being from Michigan and all that stuff. And he's just a good man, good person. Like I said before, when we knew that he needed the transplant, you know, the world was a better place for Nick Mangold, but God thought otherwise, and God doesn't make mistakes. So all we can do is support his family and continue to share his memories and our stories about him.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how he continues to live through us.
And Connor, I think, you know, what Bart just said about all you can do is kind of share your stories about him. One of the things that struck me today, there's so much bad when something like this happens, something so tragic happens, but there's also something beautiful about the remembrances that pour out, especially when it's someone as genuinely loved as Nick Mangold was. You know, when people are just kind of generically going about thoughts and prayers, this and that, but it was the specific stories that we've heard from you guys. And I mean, I totally forgot about the Hard Knock story where right after he signed his extension and Rex Ryan was saying, yeah, I think the money's getting him. I was in the Taco Bell drive-thru last night, and guess who was in front of me? Nick Mangold. You know, stories like that kept coming out, and I think, again, it's one of the reasons why fans, we talked about this on pregame, always felt like they knew him, even though they didn't.
Right. I think it's